When you say spot yourself, I'm not clear what that means and why I should do it.
Okay, A8Z may explain DX Watch to you in a second, but the reason that what it means is you're going to, on all these spotting networks that people look at to find stations they want to call or work, you're going to list yourself just before you start and the frequency you're going to be on, and that way people who are big spot watchers will go down and see Whiskey 4 Foxtrot, hopefully say, that's an interesting call, and they'll start calling you. So Mike, you want A8Z, would you like to say something about spotting in DX Watch, for example?
So I think you now can see my screen, and my screen has the QRZ page for W4F up, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen is people will see this call sign W4F, or they'll hear about it in QST or whatever, and what they'll do is they'll come to the W4F page, and in fact, there are 385 people who already come to this page. Well, at the bottom of the page, I've posted the dxwatch.com site, which is in fact going to be the spot site that will, if you will, people can look and see where we are operating. So if I want to know where W4F is on 80 meters, because I want to work them on 80 meters and 40 meters and 20 meters, and I've done the 20 meters and 40 meters, I'll just look at this list. Now, of course, there's no activity on W4F right now. The last activity was the user of this call sign W4F back in June. Okay, my test a couple weeks ago. So the question is, how do you, so that's why we're doing this, is we want other people to be able to find us on the spotting networks. There are multiple spotting networks out there. We've chosen to use DX Watch because that's what QRZ uses, and et cetera, et cetera. But if you have a spotting network you use, spot us on DX Summit or whatever, and it'll be useful for some people. And they interface with each other. So that's why you're doing that. Now, that's all I want to say is it's on the website. We want it populated that people know where we're operating, and they know where to go find us if they're looking for us. You know, think about the 13 colonies. I was looking for Delaware. So I'd go to the spotting program and I'd look for K3D or whatever their call sign was. And I'd see they were operating on 40 meters, and I'd go down the 40 meters and find them.
Mike, if I could ask a follow-up question. I just registered this morning for DX Watch. So are you saying that all I have to do is type in W4F in DX Watch, and that's what spotting myself means?
No, I'll tell you what you do. Let me just do it, DX Watch. Okay, so this is DX Watch coming up here. And I have to log in. Give me 1 second. Okay, now I've logged myself in. And if I want to look at the DX spots that are out there, let's see, DX spots, main. So here are people who are spotting people. So this guy, K4IU, spotted KOPR. And he was on 28008, and it was done at this time. But let's say, for example, I want to spot my friend who's operating W4F, okay, and he's operating on a frequency of 28444, and I can say strong signal in Virginia, but I don't have to say that. I don't have to put anything in that column. I can send that spot. And what's going to happen in a minute or so is we're going to see an update of this. But you can see that that spot, W4F, and there I am. I spotted them at this frequency at this time.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people are out there looking for Whiskey 4 Fox.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, the poor guys. And if I were to update, if I were to refresh this page in the webbook, resubmit, okay, let's see what happens when I do that. So there you see me right there. I've now done it twice. I did it on the 4th and I did it on the 12th. So this is a spotting program. Now, normally you don't spot yourself, right? But there's nothing that says that we can't create a small group of Vienna Wireless guys whose purpose in the life is just to go out there and spot W4F and put it in the spotting program, various spotting programs. And that way we get popular on the spotting programs and people will go out there and look.
Mike, but there should be no problem with, as you just did, you're spotting yourself W4F, but you're listing the DE as WAAHZ. So if I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm operating and there's nobody around, I can just put K1NME as the DE and W4F and spot myself.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
And when we're done, do we have to unspot ourselves?
Nope. What'll happen is it'll get buried in the, things. It's last, I mean, you saw how quickly, we've just been talking for a couple of minutes, right? Where was I when I spotted this thing? I was number 2. There I am right there. I mean, these just got spotted in the last couple of minutes. So if you want to go talk to Luxembourg, there they are on 14076. That's interesting.
That's so the one thing that I want to clear up is that we're asking everybody to spot themselves to get started so that you don't sit there calling CQ for a while before anybody hears you, and then you can ask them to spot you. Go ahead and spot yourself. In the case of a special event, there's nothing wrong with self-spotting at all. This is not a contest. This is for fun.